What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And today I thought I would answer a few questions surrounding the Francis video and the Francis character that I play here on YouTube.
Are you thirsty for Fago?
Yeah.
Are you thirsty? It's delicious! Fuck! You're kidding!
Judge.
Fuck this kid!
Francis!
No.
Francis, stop it!
No one gets a fuck.
Oh my God!
No one.
Francis, look at me! Stop it! Look at me! Stop!
So the first question I get here is, Boogie, is that the real you? And the answer is no. It's absolutely a character that we have generated and we've created. Everything is fake. Everything is scripted. Me and my wife will work on a script sometimes a few hours before we film something, sometimes a few days, sometimes a few weeks. We're always knocking back and forth different ideas for the character and situations that we can put them in. And then we will script it a few hours before we film it. We'll run through it a couple times without actually destroying or breaking anything. And then we'll finally do it generally in one take because, you know, if you're destroying something, you only get the one take. But that's not to say that Francis is not based in reality. He is in two different ways. The first way is that a lot of his behaviors, a lot of his mannerisms, even the voice itself, the Francis voice, does come from different aspects of different people that I've met or seen on television or met while playing video games or are close friends. A lot of that stuff is just a combination of all of that plus some of the internal problems I have. Because Francis is very much a comedic look at some of the outbursts and behavioral problems that I had growing up, really lasting even into my 20s, when I had a lot of different issues with frustration or anger or throwing stuff or losing my temper. What I now know is PTSD. That is a comical look at that, and creating these videos is kind of like therapy for me because I have a way to talk about it, express it, and even control it.
I put food on the table. That's what I do.
I put food on the table. Look at that. This is food. This is not food.
Oh my God.
Does that look like food to you? That's fucking food. That's fucking food.
Oh my
Eat
God.
up. Eat up.
And the scenes that we create for Francis are very similar scenes to stuff that I would have seen every day growing up with my mother and my father, or my mother and one of the kids, or my brother and my sister fighting, or even me fighting with my mother or whatever. This is the kind of stuff that we were used to every day. Stuff getting smashed, stuff getting thrown, stuff getting destroyed. Fortunately, that's a part of my distant past. I really have not had an outburst like that in decades. But this is an opportunity for me to just kind of revisit that and create it in a way that I can laugh at it, and hopefully you guys are laughing at it with me. Now, the voice in the video is always my wife. She's the person behind the camera. But in the Francis world, in the Francis universe, that would be his sister, because we have written it that the mother abandoned them a long time ago, and now they just kind of take care of each other. And people are always worried about my wife, if she's consenting to this stuff, if she's ever in any danger. The reality is she helps me write these and helps me practice them. And a lot of the times when I'm afraid to go big, she encourages me to make a bigger mess, to go bigger, and to do weirder stuff.
Okay, I guess. Yeah.
I forgot. Here. Join the conversation.
Okay,
Come on, let's join the conversation.
This is what we're doing, I guess.
See, this is how I know we're family. Because sometimes you and I get along.
Unfortunately for her, that often means she ends up cleaning up the mess while I go and edit the videos. Now, a lot of people can be offended by the Francis videos because they feel I'm making fun of people who have mental issues or developmental issues, or that I'm making fun of fat people, or I'm making fun of people who have difficulty speaking with speech impediments and stuff like that. And I guess that's true because I am making fun of me in those videos. This is very much an aspect of who and what I was at different parts in my life. And so I happen to be someone who grew up with a speech impediment. I happen to be developmentally disabled, physically disabled, big and fat. So yes, I am making fun of me, but it's very rarely ever making fun of anybody other than me. I am always the butt of the joke. A lot of people wonder why we do the Francis videos, and part of it is because they are immensely popular. It does bring in a lot of new eyes to the channel, a lot of new views, and there are a lot of people here who still subscribe to this channel to this day because what they love is exclusively the Francis videos. They don't care about anything that's uploaded in between them. They just love the Francis stuff.
Francis.
There, fine.
Oh
What
my
about
God.
David? You think David's going to want his gun? No, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care.
Oh my God.
How about that? And this one, I'm keeping, and me and Damon are going to eat.
And sure, that's part of it, but I would still be doing these videos even if only a fraction of the people were watching them, because It is a lot of fun to do. It allows me to express my acting and just, it's fun. It's cathartic to destroy this stuff, and it's cathartic to take control of my own dysfunction in this way and just kind of make fun of it. It's a way to exercise control over this stupid broken brain of mine. Another thing that I try to do with the character is to try to mirror and parrot and mimic a lot of the internet outrage that you hear. So sometimes I'll make a video on the topic and I will take some of the most outlandish, bizarre things I saw on Twitter, that I saw on Reddit, and then try to recreate them and have Francis serve as the type of person who types those things or says those things, especially when it comes to stuff like video games.
Error 37! Error 37! I keep trying to log in and I get error 37! Error 37! Why the fuck is it 37? What the fuck are the other 36? Shouldn't this be error number 1? Error number 1, I can't log the fuck in!
But not only do those videos serve to be a parody of outrage culture, but sometimes they can serve to signal boost an issue and get it to people who watch that video and then can make changes. Sometimes you complain about Xbox and it ends up at Xbox and they can make changes because of it. It ends up at PlayStation and they make changes because of it. And because of those positive changes that I've been able to have in the industry, due to some of those Francis videos, I've actually been rewarded for it.
PlayStation 4! God! Oh my God! Oh my God! It's a PlayStation 4! It's a PlayStation 4! Yes! Larry! Francis! You son of a bitch! Time for die!
But I don't want to feel full of myself. That's happened maybe once or twice. The reality is most of the videos are created just to make me laugh, and hopefully if you are laughing with me or maybe even at me, that's a bonus too. I think one of the most important aspects that Francis serves me, though, is that it allows people to find my channel. Those videos often go viral, they're often frequently shared, and people will see me as a big, fat, disgusting, detestable lump of garbage, and then they'll make fun of me, and they'll watch a Francis video, then another, and then eventually they'll find a video like this one, hopefully even this one, and maybe they'll understand that not everything is as they presume it to be, and that makes them pause and second guess some of their preconceived notions. I've had people write me and apologize for the comments that they left and apologize for the bullying style statements they said. I've had people write me and say, I always hated fat people until I discovered a Francis video, and then I discovered you, and now I understand, and now I get it better. That stuff at the end of the day is worth anything in the world. That is what helps me sleep at night.
Fuck you! I make a video about Xbox, all you say is, oh, you're fat, you fat ass. I know I'm fat! Fuck you! Fuck you! I know I'm fat! I own a mirror, for God's sakes! I look at myself right here in the camera every goddamn day!
Has there ever been any ideas that would have been so outrageous for Francis that you scrapped the idea? Honestly, there's a lot of stuff that I would like to do with Francis that I can't physically do yet. I'm hoping as I lose weight, I'll be able to take the physical comedy to another level. For example, my neighbors have a junked car that they want me to physically destroy as Francis. I would love to be able to do that. I'm not physically able to. It's not that that's too outrageous or over the top. I would overcome any obstacle or cost to be able to film that video. It's just physically, I don't think I could take a baseball bat to a car with my back the way it is. My boyfriend asks, is Francis a virgin? I would imagine he's still a virgin. There's probably some story in his history with some awkward encounter with a prostitute where he got rejected, and maybe we'll film that one day, but as it is, he certainly has his V card. What's one sketch you would like to do but can't for whatever reason? I've always wanted to go really big with it. I mean, like destroy thousands of dollars worth of stuff. I mean, put holes in walls, tear down doors, just really break some stuff. AKA, you know, Angry Grandpa, McJuggernuggets, that kind of stuff. I would love to be able to destroy these $1,000 pools and stuff like that. I'm unfortunately not in a position to be able to do that, but maybe one day when I'm more physically fit, I'll get a sponsor to back me and put $5,000, $10,000 into just a massive destruction video. I'd love to know what you do to get in Francis's headspace. You want to know my secret? My secret is, I'm always Francis. Do you owe all of your success to Francis? Yes, probably. But in fairness, Francis owes all of his success to me because I thought him up, so. Were you afraid of the initial reaction of the character? Yes, I'm afraid of the current reaction of the character. There are still people to this day who do not know that it's fake, and they go out of their way to try to make me miserable because of it. Mark my words, the day that all of the gaming publications decide that what I'm doing as Francis is problematic, that day is coming, and you can refer to this video when it does. Do you ever get chest pains while raging as Francis? No, no chest pains. A lot of other pain, physical pain from the lymphedema and from the bad knees and from the bad back. Yes, it is very physically demanding to play the character sometimes, but I push through it because it's some of the only exercise I get. It does raise my blood pressure and my heart rate quite a bit, though. But we do keep a close eye on that, so if there's ever any problem, we're ready to go to the ER seconds later if anything ever does happen. And that's not just during a Francis video, that's just during average everyday life because I'm taking such a huge risk being so huge. How does Sammy react to you while in Francis mode? He thinks I'm actually genuinely upset or genuinely scared, so he tries to comfort me. He will try to climb up me. He will try to kiss my face. He'll try everything he can to just make me feel better. And he doesn't understand that it's just a sketch or just an act, so we always reward him very heavily before and after we film and try to remove him from the situation so he doesn't get stressed. Is Francis a way for you to truthfully speak your mind by just making everyone think it's a skit? There has been times where I will use Francis in that way, saying something that I may not necessarily feel confident saying as myself, but it's always overblown. It's always way bigger than I would have ever said it, or even how I actually feel. I always try to ramp it up 10 times, 50 times, 100 times how I actually feel about it. Myself, I'm not a very outraged person. It's difficult for me to get upset about stuff that I read on the internet. You know, I'm just happy to be alive. I'm a happy person for the most part, so it is difficult for me to really get as invested as Francis does. Have you ever accidentally hurt your wife while filming? Hey, honey.
Yeah.
Come here for a sec. Have I ever hurt you on accident while filming?
Yeah, a couple times, I think.
Like the Francis stuff?
Yeah.
Have I ever hurt you emotionally while filming?
No.
Okay. What do you think about the Francis videos? This is a chance to reach out for help if you need it. Let the audience know that you hate this shit or whatever.
I love the Francis videos.
Well, okay, yes, I guess apparently we have probably bruised her once or twice. Oops. Were you surprised that people didn't at first seem to understand that the Francis character wasn't real? Well, to this day, I still don't think I'm a very good actor, so when I watch the videos, it seems obviously fake to me. The fact that anybody believes that it's real seems surreal to me, especially up till today, and especially because I'm trying to put in a lot of markers in there, like Francis always wearing the same shirt, or the situation being particularly outlandish. I even made changes to the voice. You know, it used to be a lot more lower voice and a lot more lispy. I've made changes to the lisp, but I've made changes to the voice, so it's a little more cartoony and clearly not realistic. But people still fall for it almost every single time. And that's pretty much it. I think you guys are fairly caught up on what I want you to know about the Francis character and why we do it. I will probably set this video to autoplay when people check the channel for a while so that people can just get an understanding of why we do the character, why we're still doing it, why we do what we do with it, and just know that it's all good fun, and it's in good fun, and we're having fun doing it, and I hope that you're having fun watching it. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon. If you want to watch some cool Francis stuff, I'll probably put some here and in the description box below, so check it out.